Hello. Hello, hello, everyone. How's it going? Happy third week of December? Oh God. That's kind of passing by. We're almost halfway through it. It's kind of crazy. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm definitely not Yumi. I'm definitely not Santa. Just, hanging out here today. I wanted to start this stream by showing that I didn't, in fact, lose this child. Look, the child is here. I actually found the child. Some of you might be wondering, well, hold on, Yumi. How can we trust you that this is actually the same child and not just a separate one that you happen to find? And to that I have to say, you don't know. You don't know that I haven't just swapped out the child. I can't ask you to trust me on that. It might as well just be a new boat child. But I figured I should at least prove that I found a child. Don't worry, it's called adoption, Yumi. Exactly, I have adopted the same, definitely not different child. So anyway, how are you all doing? It's been a little while since we've played this, and I figured it was a good opportunity for us to finally get back into it again, because I really want to climb to the top of this mountain with y'all. It seems like it's gonna be a good time. So, yeah, anyway, now that we've confirmed that a child was found, how are y'all doing? How has your week been so far? Oh God, I think they know that I swapped out the child. Okay, we're just gonna make our way over here. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. But yeah, things have been going well for me. I've been working a lot on the next lore archive. It's, a lot putting things together from SRT and Volume F, but I think it's turning out pretty okay. And I'm not losing any more children in this game, so I think that's good. Yo, magical! That is fantastic! You got me Nori literally just now. See that? That is fantastic. That's perfect. Absolutely fantastic. Oh God. Oh, the music in this game is so good. Oh. So anyway, I don't think I fooled anyone about finding the child again, but it was worth a shot. I figured it was worth, it's the holiday season. I figured it was worth trying to show that I had found a child. They were in a boat. I don't know about the original boat child, but they're gone now. Oh, hello there. Where are you off to? Hey, yo. How's the hike treating ya? It's been nice. It's really beautiful here. I know, right? The view from the top was so good. You made it up to Hawk Peak? Oh, no. That's too intense for me. I've just come from Outlook Point. I'm gonna do a few rounds to get my exercise in. Not to brag, but I'm pretty fast. Maybe I'll see you up there in a few. Yeah. I'll meet you at the top. Sounds good. Awesome. Catch you later. Yeah, that was actually a perfect segue into what I was going to talk about, which, welcome everybody who's joining. So what we're going to be doing today is we're trying to make it to the very, very top of this mountain, because we are trying to get any cell phone reception that we can. There is a phone call that we are waiting for, but unfortunately this very beautiful island is very remote, and so we have to climb to the very top of a mountain to actually get some reception there. So I figured that's what we'll do, is we'll actually climb to the top of the mountain. And that also makes it less risky for me to accidentally lose anyone else, so I think that will be good. I think that will be very good if we do that. Isaac, how's the hike treating you? Oh, just fine. Just had a little break for a couple months. You know, you gotta get stretching in, right? Like, I took my time. I did lots of cardio. I made sure that I was very prepared for climbing up this mountain. You know, in the, what has it been? 2 months since we've played this? You know, it's actually much worse between the last time we had played Donut County and actually finishing Donut County. So this is better, you know? We've done a lot better this time. Oh, God. Ooh, treasure chest. Let me go grab that. Excellent. Perfect. Oh, it's so nice here. Okay, so I'm about to show you all a mechanic that we're going to be using a lot for this next portion. So let me real quick. Okay, I'm just moving my mouse there. So let's equip this, and I will show you all what we get to do with this fun bucket. Oh God, magical! It's hard to beat 7 months. Dear God, was it really 7 months between the first and the second Donut County? Oh, I got kind of excited about a lot of other games. And I kept thinking, oh, we could finish Donut County at any time. And then, you know, December happened and I'm like, oh no, it's time. But there you have it. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. Hold on. Let me unequip this. Stash that. Okay. But yeah, once we use this little pail, we're actually able to create these beautiful flowers. And then we can jump on them! And then we can fly, which is excellent. It's a little slippery here, though, so maybe I want to just try and go this way. There's a different way for me to get to the top of this mountain that doesn't involve me scaling this, but there's goodies to be absolutely obtained here. Oh, Corvus! Let's go! You did all of Mina's hangout events, and my God, she's such a dork. I love her. She's my favorite character that recently came out in Blue Archive. Oh my God, that makes me so happy to hear. God, you know, I had a ton of, I had a bunch of Momo talks that I had been sitting on for a little while, and I actually finally had a chance to get through a bunch of them, and it's just so delightful to go through and actually see like little bits of characters that you aren't able to see in the main story or in events. It can be really nice. I was finally able to do Kaho's story, and she's a glorious otaku. It's wonderful. She loves Hyakyako so much. It's absolutely wonderful. There was also a lot of really good lore in Kaho's section, so I kind of loved it. I got to learn all about different bits of Hyakyako lore, which was very nice. Oh, God. I'm very jealous of those of you who got Mina, though. That seemed absolutely fantastic. Bear was able to pull her, so I'm just gonna have to use his Mina whenever I have total assault stuff that I could use her for. Oh, speaking of, hello. Hello, Mr. Bear. Be safe out there. I'm the one who has to radio your aunt if you get into trouble. Oh. Okay. I don't want you to call my aunt. I'll make sure to be safe. Oh, we're gonna have to use a lot of these fires. And then there's also those hot springs that we can use to get up the mountain here. Oh. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna climb this real quick. Nothing going on over here. Yeah, for those of you who are saving up for some of the swimsuit characters, I think that is a good idea. We're gonna have a bunch back to back here for a little bit, which is gonna be really good. Oh my God, Raz, you're sitting on 112K. Oh my God, that's incredible. The commitment is incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Man, I'm over here being like... I'm just happy that I have 36K. Like, that's enough to guarantee one character that I want, but hopefully hopefully I'll be able to get some more before more characters come out. Oh my God, Sky Mina's so good, just straight out of a John Woo movie. God, isn't she fantastic? Man, I have been a gigantic fan of a bunch of the characters they've been introducing recently. It's been so nice. Ugh. Okay, we've got a hot spring down here. I'm gonna really quick open up a tunnel here. I don't think we'll need it, but we'll do it anyway. Hoot. God. Oh, I'm proud of y'all. Proud of y'all for saving up as much as you can. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh. Okay, we're gonna really quick. Yeah, I'm kind of torn because I think that I want to pull for Swimsuit Saki and Miyako. But I also really want to make sure that I can pull for the Trinity girls because I really, really want them. And then of course I need Swimsuit Hanako, so it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna have to save up a bunch of stuff. We're gonna see how stuff goes. And I guess worst case scenario, I get 100 free pulls for the Trinity girls, which will be good. So I guess I can just hope that I spike them then, and then just make sure that I still have enough for Hanako at the end of things. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm so happy that Miyu is free. God, can you imagine if she wasn't? That would be terrible. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I need to figure out where I'm going from here. So let's do this real quick. There should be another place for me to go. So let's go see. Okay. Yeah, there should be another spot that I can get to. It might be this way. Let's go see. You know, I'm back at the base. Okay, that's okay. We'll warm up really quick. Okay. Let's see. I love how I immediately just lost a couple of those. Okay. Yeah, let's go over here. I am pretty sure that further up this mountain, there's another spot where I can also bounce up again. So let's go look for that. Okay, I'm gonna check up here real quick. Oh god, Futsuname, the joy and pain on Swimsuit Bunnies not being limited, so there's no reason for impulse pulls and credit card. So long as y'all are spending responsibly. That's all I care about. Just be responsible if you decide to put down any money on things. Don't feel like you are obligated to do so. Yeah, I need to go hunting. There is another spot around here somewhere. I'll go charge this up real quick. It might be that I can double jump. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. If I land on it again, like go even higher. No. Okay, we're just looking, we're gonna fly for a little bit. We are just looking for another place where we could park. There we go. Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, we've got a nice little hiding hole down here. Take a hike, a short one. Oh, God. Yeah, because there's a couple of these, if I remember correctly, I think they're strategically placed around the mountain so that I can actually get up it. Okay, let's try flying over here. Good. Good. We're doing okay. Oh god, the snow is coming down. Okay, I think we're doing okay. I'm just gonna scout this out. Ah, I think I remember where it is. It's over here. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, let's go. I've got 2 of them. Okay, let's go. Equip. And then I just need to climb up here real quick. And then we'll equip this. And then we're just gonna hop right down. Okay. And then we're just gonna go do that one more time. Perfect. Okay. And my memory was not completely false. There were 2 flowers here. It might just be these 2 flowers. Are there any others that are over here? I don't think so. Okay. Because I think that's the deal, is that I have to... Excuse me, let's unequip this. I'm trying to do the big gaming over here. Okay. Quickly rest. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. Oh gosh. Gabe, why are you doing this to me? The camera deceived me. Okay. We're gonna do that one more time. Okay. Everything's fine. This short hike does indeed turn into a little bit of flying. We got very close there. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me hop down here. I'm gonna go warm up real quick. Yeah, so the camera, unfortunately, is the one thing that betrays you slightly. Yeah, Futsunami, get Mario 64. Oh God, if that isn't the truth. So the camera auto changes and it fights you a little bit. And I'm gonna try to anticipate that this time, so that doesn't happen again. Okay, we can do this. I believe in us. Man, I am very impressed by y'all who are trying to juggle more than 2 gacha games. Like, just trying to juggle Blue Archive and Star Rail at the same time is already kind of a lot. Like, that's already a lot just to do those 2. But yeah, doing more than that and keeping up with it and being able to like make sure that you have enough to get characters is that's good. Very impressed with y'all. Good God, Topher, you're also juggling 3? Jeez. Okay, I did it this time. Okay. I'm gonna have a drink of water real quick. We're pretty close to the top already, and then I can kind of just fly around and we can chat about stuff for a little bit, but... Wait, is that true? Uematsu had a... Do some of y'all have 9 different gacha games that you're playing? This is, that's some next level shit. Uematsu is built differently. Good God. Holy cow. Good God. Yeah, right. Like 2 is about my limit. I don't think I could do more. The fact that some of y'all do 3 is super impressive. Like, that's a lot, man. Good God. Good God. Oh, a true gamer indeed. His power it's too much. That's too much power for one person to possess. Like, some of y'all are saying that you were playing 6. 6? Oh my God. Man, you people, that's just next level. That's incredible. I'm extremely impressed, but also I'm glad that y'all know your limits of, especially with working. Like, it can be a lot to juggle things. Like, when you're in college or if you're just in internships, that's one thing, but like, good God. Okay, we're gonna try to get a fish. Damn. It's okay. We're gonna try again. We're gonna catch a fish at the top of this mountain. This is something I'm going to do. so nice up here. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Damn. This fish might be too powerful, y'all. I'm gonna give it one more try, and then we're gonna take off. Oh God, Corvus. Your commute is an hour long? Oh my God. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, fish. Come on. The sound of this line, it's just dying. I did it. Let's go. We captured a big white bass, y'all. We did so good. I completely agree. Games that have fishing mini games is kind of incredible. It's very good. I'm glad that y'all are able to do some of your dailies on your commute. That's fantastic. When I had to commute, I had to drive the whole time. So I mostly just listened to podcasts and VTubers and things like that. Which was good. It helped to make the commute slightly better. But like if you're commuting on a train or on a bus or things, that ends up getting a lot better. Y'all. I didn't expect for us to get here so fast. I thought I would have to go and actually like get some more feathers, but we're gonna reach the top of this mountain here, and then we just get to go and hang out in this place for a little while. It'll be kind of a nice Zatsudan for a little bit. Oh, Uematsu, the man himself, the 9 gacha life. Yeah, I picked up Sunbreak. I picked up Sunbreak and I'm trying to let go of a few more gachas, but it's hard to let go. Beautiful. Here's the thing, the Monster Hunter life is pretty strong. It does require a lot of your time. Wait, Sky, you're what? You have a full-time job. You're playing 4 gachas? Here's the thing, Uematsu has a full-time job too. A bunch of y'all are working full-time. Good God. Well, y'all have achieved a power that I can only dream of. Consider me extremely impressed. Good God. And yes, they did. They announced a new Monster Hunter game. It looks like it's going to be really fun. Oh, all right. We'll make our phone call here at the top of the mountain, and then I'm probably going to just gush about Monster Hunter for a while. Once we'll go, we'll fly around, we'll fish for a little bit. It's going to be good. Phew. I did it. Oh God, it's so pretty up here. Look at the northern lights up here. It's so nice. This is the sort of thing that's so peaceful. Ugh. God. This actually makes me want some snow. That's a heinous thing. Snow is too much where I live. We did it! We got cell phone reception! Hello? Hold on one second. Hi, Claire? Mom! Oh! I'm so glad to hear from you. I've been waiting all day to hear from you. I've been worried.
Oh, honey. I told you I'd be fine.
Yeah. But you always say that.
And I always am. Anyway, how have you been?
Well, I'm at the top of Hawk Peak right now.
Oh! Wow. I love it up there. May and I used to go every summer together. It's about time you made it up.
Yeah, I know.
You're so big now. My little girl is leaving the nest. You won't have any need for a little old mom.
But I do need you. I'll never not need you. When I heard about the surgery, how come you never told me this was a thing?
I didn't want you to worry.
But
I know you can get worked up about things.
I could have been there for you. You're all alone there now.
Really, it was nothing. Everything was fine.
I'm just glad you're okay. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Wait. Something's happening? Oh, God!
Was that the famous Hawk Peak updraft?
It looks like it. Glad that I wasn't blown away from a volcano. God.
You should catch a ride on it now. Before it fizzles out.
I wanna, but I'm kinda nervous.
Claire, you can do it. I'll come visit you soon, okay? Also, don't forget to say hi to Aunt May for me. She's probably waiting for you back at the cottage. Bye. I love you.
I love you too, Mom. And there you have it. The phone call that we were waiting for was a phone call from our mom, who sent us here while she was getting a surgery. But she's okay. We're dive bombing! So everything worked out okay. Mom was just fine. We were able to get to the very top of the mountain! God. That kind of made, that, I don't know, that got me a little choked up. That's just very sweet. Like, the phone call that she was so desperate to get was from her mom after finding out that her mom had shipped her off to her aunt's place. Just so that the daughter wouldn't worry. The daughter finds out that she's having this surgery and just has to wait on this island with bad cell phone reception, hoping that her mom is okay. But she is okay. Everything worked out all right. Oh God, thank you, Isaac. That is a fantastic, fantastic description. You start off with your aunt, kind of bummed out. The aunt tells you to get to the top of the mountain to get reception. The rest of the game is just exploring the island and its people. The game was about getting to the top of the mountain and losing children along the way. A time-honored tradition. At least I'm doing a better job in Volcano Princess. No children have been lost there, at least. Oh wait. I want that. I want that feather. Give me that feather. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh. Hi there, buddy. Thank you for waving. Let's go say hi to Aunt May and let her know that we were able to talk to her mom and that everything is okay. Oh. I don't know, based on the context of everything, it kind of makes me wonder if, like, I don't know what kind of surgery it was, but I'm glad that it was okay. and that everything worked out all right. Hi, Aunt May. Hey! Did you make it to the top? Yeah, it was really nice. I can see why you like it so much. Though it wasn't exactly a short hike. I'm really tired. Well, maybe that was a bit of an understatement. Only a bit. It's kind of been a busy day. Oh, yeah? What have you been up to? Oh God, Aunt May, I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. I met some very nice rock climbers. I met some cool runners who were awesome. There was a very awesome interaction between them exchanging their sweatbands. That was really sweet. I definitely didn't lose any children. There's no need to worry about that. Well, I learned how to fish. Did you now? Yeah. Bill lent me a fishing rod. Of course it was Bill. I don't think I've ever seen him not fishing. Also, I don't mean to brag, but I think I became a beach stickball world champion today. God, yes! Oh, those kids were so precious. Oh my God. We did so good, and we didn't even take their shoes. So I'm proud of us. What's beach stickball? It's gonna be the next big thing. It's like volleyball, but with a stick. I'd play that. Oh, I swam out to a mysterious island. You mean Pat's Point? Is that its name? That makes it sound like way less mysterious. Oh, I'm sorry. Anywho, are you hungry? I'm gonna break out the hot dog soon. Well, I'm kinda tired out. I'm gonna go take a nap or something. Alrighty then. Have a good one. I'll be back, Aunt May. Before I take that nap, we're gonna go hang out around the island. I figured this will work out nicely. We can go do some fishing. I can show you all some stuff that I found, because I think it would be good. Isaac! Yumi avoiding hot dogs in the game, too. Listen! Actual sausages, that's where it's at. Like, I don't know. I'm very partial to German sausages, especially if you, like, grill them in oil. Oh, it's so good. Very, very good. Very tasty. You know, there's also this German thing. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like meat paste. I know that doesn't sound very good, but like, it's really, really good. Like, you can put it on bread and you can put it on crackers. Like, that's so good. Oh, it's very, very, very tasty. I'm a big fan of it. But every time I think of it, I'm like, oh, it's meat paste or like meat butter. It's like ground down meat that's spreadable. Ah, yes, Yumie-Endorsed meat paste. I don't know. I don't mean to be a snob or anything. I just, the hot dogs just don't, I'm not a big fan of them. There's also this thing in my country where people, especially at like fairs and things like that, they'll wrap hot dogs in like corn, breading, and they call them corn dogs. So it's like this very fluffy corn exterior, like this corn paste that you fry up, and then it becomes like this spongy material, and then you have hot dogs inside of it. I don't like that one either. I also don't like corn dogs, which makes it very difficult when I've had to go to various like, I don't know, barbecues and stuff, and people are like, oh, have some corn dogs. I'm like, oh, do you have something else? I'll eat it. I'm not gonna be the person who's like, oh, I'm just not gonna eat anything. I'll still eat it. If you present it to me, I shall eat it. Which is probably why I've consumed so much like moldy stuff in my life. If you present me the food, I shall consume it. Because my brain is still like, oh, I need to consume the food. It makes sure that I stay alive. But like, also... also not super great sometimes. Yumi not from this planet. I don't know, man. I think I might have been, I might have grown up in the wrong area for a little while. There was a lot of corn dogs and hot dogs that I had to eat as a young snack. Oh, God. Oh, in Australia, corn dogs are called Dagwood dogs? Or is that Pluto pups? I've actually heard, God, what was it? There was a name that was very similar to that in the area where I'm at. Oh, whoops. I didn't actually water that thing. Pluto pup sounds way better. That's a really good name. I like Pluto pups a lot. Okay, I'm glad to know that that's not just a uniquely United States thing, because that is something that like a lot of folks really like. I just kind of feel bad that I'm not the biggest fan of them. Reject hot dog, embrace choripan. No, Futsuname! You just had to throw away 2-month spoiled yogurt at the back of your fridge. Oh, God! Well, at least you found it. At least it didn't continue to be there for much longer. That's good. Oh, that's very good. Oh, God, we've got a bunch of feathers now. That's fantastic. All right. Now we can go even further beyond. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm actually going to take y'all to, there's a, oh, hey, what's up? So, are you gonna buy my feathers or what? Nope! I'm good! I'm good. You were making fun of people before. I don't like you. I don't like you at all. Whee! Aki Jojo! Did it crawl to the front of the fridge? Is that how you found it? God. Man, that's the rough thing. Like, fridges are both a wonderful and, like, sometimes a dangerous thing, because it can be very easy to just, like, buy stuff and put things in the fridge, and then you'll find them later and be like, oh no. Oh no, how long has this been here for? I should have pulled this out much earlier. Oh, God. Ugh. Man, that brings back some interesting memories, actually. This might be kind of a cursed story, but so when I lived in the underground, I was like the only person that ever did the dishes. And sometimes the other snakes would, like, I don't know, just try to like stash stuff in the back of the fridge. Or they'd like put something in the fridge and then never like clean it, I guess. Like entire pots full of like spaghetti sauce and stuff. They'd just like put it in the fridge and then like never eat it afterwards. It would just sit in the fridge for a while. And then every little bit I would have to go through the fridge and just like systematically chuck a bunch of stuff that was in there. There was one time where that exact spaghetti sauce I pulled out, and it was probably in there for a month. And some heinous things had happened to that spaghetti sauce in that time. It was so bad. And of course I had to be the one to clean it. So like, oh God, I'm happy that that was not part of my life anymore. Now Bear's got the kitchen all nice and set up exactly how like he wants everything, and like half the time I'm like, oh hey, do you want some help with stuff? And he's like, no, I'm good, I already got everything cleaned. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Okay, all right. So anyway, just be careful about what you put in the fridge. It's not like you can't put like pots and pans that have stuff in them in the fridge. Just like, you know, remember to take them out. Don't leave them there for like a month. Omnia, it's not Halloween time. No scary food nightmare stories, please. You know what? Fair enough. My apologies. It is the Christmas time. It is the Hanukkah time. It's not time for horrible stories about food crimes that were committed when I was a young snake. Oh God. Man. Now I want some of that meat paste though. That sounds really good. I don't know, there's probably like a German deli around where I live. I could probably find something. I could probably find some meat paste that I could eat. That sounds really good. I'm actually really excited. Next week, we're gonna be doing like a continuation of holidays around the world. We'll be talking about Christmas and different ways that it's celebrated all over the planet. And I was also going to take some time just to talk about some of my favorite Christmas traditions. And yeah, Bear's been preparing some stuff for that. Like we've been trying out some food and some drinks. And I'm really excited to talk with y'all about like some of the good things that I loved growing up. There were some very cool things that I got to experience that I absolutely loved. So it's going to be good. You know, that's fair, Isaac. You have heard Bear's opinion on on the dishwashing skills of myself versus Bear. That's the thing. I tend to lean towards like if anything, I actually spend way too long cleaning stuff because I'm so paranoid. Like, unfortunately, as a result of me cleaning these absolutely horrible, horrible dishes in my youth, I'm just convinced that anything that I clean, I have to clean it twice. Like, because I was so used to cleaning horribly moldy stuff that I'm like, okay, every dish has to be spotless. And then if it's spotless, I have to wash it again. So my dishwashing time is like twice that of Bear's, and it's just not efficient at all. So most of the time Bear's like, no, just I'm gonna do the dishes, you're gonna take twice as long, and they're not gonna be any cleaner. Like, yes indeed, cleaning PTSD, it's no good. It's just like, I've tried really hard not to do that, but I just end up being like side-eyeing the stuff that's in the drying rack and being like, is that really clean? It could probably go for a second wash, couldn't it? And then you grab it. So that's not good. That's not good for me. So anyway. Some of the Yumi deep lore, I get too obsessive over making sure that the dishes are clean, and it takes too long. So Bear very graciously does that, which is very nice. Oh, in Chile, Duchess potato appears on Christmas and New Year's. No one knows why. But that's the thing I'm super excited about. It's just talking about different, I don't know, I like food traditions. I think that like one of my favorite things about different holidays is seeing all of the ways that people celebrate with food and with like coming together with people that they love and sharing tasty treats. I think it's wonderful. So, I always love seeing what people do. It's really cool. Okay, we're gonna fill this up real quick and we're gonna bounce. Perfect. Fantastic. Oh yeah. I'm gonna slowly make my way over to this island because I want to show it to y'all. Let's see. I think it might actually be over here, so we'll go over there. Oh, I'm so glad that y'all have enjoyed the culture streams. I try to do a bunch of research for those just to find whatever I can that might be helpful. A lot of that stuff is obviously like starting out with our Lord and Savior Wikipedia. It's just become a really good place for finding a lot of good sources for things and also for cross-referencing stuff, which is very, very nice. I think it's really funny because when I was growing up, This might even still be a thing that teachers say, but I was always told, like, no, you can't use Wikipedia for anything. It's not reliable. That is much less true nowadays. Like, they have a very competent administrator team that tries really hard to keep things as accurate as possible. And yeah, it's good. Omnia, that's such a good way of putting it. The culture streams, lore archive, but of our world. Oh my god, that's perfect. God, I'm so excited to share this lore archive with y'all. I've been working so hard on this. It's gonna be good. It took me a while to decide, like, oh, I'm stuck on a tree. Let me move this way. It took me a while to decide, like, exactly what I was going to do with Volume F, but it ended up working out perfectly, and I'm very, very pleased with how everything has been coming together. So yeah, it's gonna be really good. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to when I can share that with you folks. Oh god, camera, don't do this to me. Okay, perfect, I found it. I found this island. So this actually, I missed this the first time, but this island that we're currently on is its own separate thing. It's not actually connected to the main area. So I'm going to show y'all. We're going to climb up this real quick. Because look, you can see it's totally separate from the rest of it. Oh. And yes, you know what, Futsuname? That is a perfect way of putting it. It's not that Wikipedia isn't reliable, it's a tertiary source. Exactly. Here's the thing though, I, as a kid, was told not even to look at Wikipedia. They're like, no, the sources on there are no good. But no, it's like a great place where you can actually look for primary sources now, which is absolutely fantastic. Like, that is, very, very nice as far as aggregate sites are concerned. It's a very good starting point for like, oh, here's some things that I can look into, and then I can do further research from there. That being said, all of my days in academia made it so that I tend to use Google Scholar a lot. It doesn't always, like, not for the culture streams, because a lot of Google Scholar stuff tends to be, like, more scientific research. But, yeah, it can have some helpful stuff, just so long as they're not behind a paywall. Ah, yes, the haze covering the island. Man, look how tall that is. We climbed to the top of that, y'all. It's incredible. Absolutely wild. Man, that's honestly a lot taller than I thought it was, looking at it from this direction. And then there's, at the very top of this one hill area. That's not where the polar bear is, but that's where we just picked up another feather. And then I think up there, that little house, I think is where the polar bear is at. And then further up is the top. Beautiful. Well, oh, excuse me. We're gonna hop off this now. But yeah, I wanted to show you all that because I thought that was cool that it was just hanging out in the middle of the ocean there. It was nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, let's go do some fishing. We can go talk to some of the townsfolk that are hanging out around here and kind of just take it easy since we actually made it to the top a lot faster than I thought we were going to. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, Corvus, thank you for the super chat. Work is really slow recently, so your longer videos are a godsend to help make the days go by. Currently watching the Lore Archive episode of Millennium. Oh, that's wonderful! Oh, that makes me so, so happy to hear. That's the thing, like, I don't know. Obviously, like, getting to stream more times in the week would let me play more games, and maybe at some point in the far-flung future, that could be a thing that I do. But for now, I'm glad that I've just been sticking to like 2 streams a week, because I know it can be really hard to keep up with content creators that put out a bunch of stuff. God knows, like, I don't know, there's some folks that I watch that stream like 5 to 6 days a week, and it's just really difficult to watch all their stuff. Obviously, you don't have to, but some content creators I really like, and I want to watch a bunch of their things, and I'm like, dang, I'm already behind. Like, it's been a day, and like I haven't been able to catch up with their stuff. So I don't know. I never want you folks to feel overwhelmed with things, but I'm glad that like I do have long enough and frequent enough videos that I can share with you all. So yeah, that's good to hear. That's absolutely fantastic. Uematsu. We grew up on a culture that told us not to trust Wikipedia, and now we live in an age where a lot of people trust what they hear on TikTok. God, do you know I have somehow managed to avoid creating a TikTok account? I don't know how I've done this, but like I've never actually like, I think I've seen TikTok videos, but I've never actually been on the site. There was a bunch of VTubers that were like, you gotta get on TikTok. It's where the people are out. It's where the kids are. You gotta outreach them there. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I ramble about stuff. I can't make like 30-second videos. Like even just making YouTube shorts is just a task. I'm not always very good at that, so. Oh god, I'm glad to hear that I don't need a TikTok. So far it's been working out okay. I feel like I've already like cursed myself slightly by making a Twitter, so. Man, I used to be on Reddit all the time, but then Reddit like, they just started having so many problems. Like they, for those of you who aren't aware, there was a very active, very dedicated community of people who essentially made like third-party apps for Reddit that made it easier to look at. Because Reddit, I like Reddit. I guess I like the older version of Reddit, but like it's horrible to look at. Like, the layout of it is so ugly, it's difficult to navigate. Like, there's all sorts of dumb things about it. Like, even people who like Reddit admit that it's horrible. It looks so bad. Yes, Sky, that is absolutely correct. It was Apollo, and several other third-party apps. And they got effectively kicked off of the platform because Reddit decided to start charging absolutely absurd amounts for people to use their API, and the drama that ensued from that revealed that the people running Reddit really just wanted to make a bunch of money. And like they were fine with making the user experience worse. So yeah, obviously I've still continued using Twitter because like it's still a way where I can like let you folks know like when streams are gonna go live and stuff, whereas Reddit was just a place that I went to like, I don't know, interact with like different hobby communities and stuff, and it's just, I haven't been on there nearly as much in the last couple months because I just it's just sad. It's kind of sad to see it happen, but it's not like Reddit was a great site, but I used it quite a bit. Oh, you know, that's actually a fair point, Sky. I probably should claim my username on TikTok. Oh, that's actually a fair point. I don't want people just reposting my stuff there. That's actually a very good point. Y'all are very, very forward thinking about that. I can go ahead and do that just to prevent people from doing that. I'd actually already done that on Instagram, and I think I did that on Threads, but like I'm sorry for those of you who use those. I don't really use those at all. I don't know. I find it's difficult to like find people on there. Like if you're a content creator making stuff, like it can be weirdly difficult to broadcast to an audience. So I just kind of don't put a lot of effort into Instagram. It's not like Twitter is much better, but at least like I'm able to outreach artists and stuff there and do things, but Uematsu, Apollo may be gone, but hey, you can change the Reddit app icon. Oh! Oh god. Okay, I'm actually glad to hear that the hype surrounding being on TikTok has died down. That's good. The hotness is to pick one platform, create content for it, just re-uploading on other platforms for parody. I know a bunch of folks who do stuff on Twitch. They'll just re-upload their VODs onto YouTube, which is kind of smart. Like, it's a good way to, like, have increased visibility on things, and also like reach a different audience as well. Got it. Got that tiny albino common carp. Look at its red eyes. It's like me. It's just like me, though. Blessed little red-eyed common carp. Huh? The carp has something in its mouth. It looks like a camping permit? Oh, wait. This is for that one guy. Hold on. We're going on a hunt. We gotta go find that poor guy who lost his hunting permit. He gave us a bunch of worms. Let's do it. Corvus, I feel like short format vids would fry my attention span. I had to delete TikTok. Here's the thing. I kind of feel that a lot. Like, that's something I think about a lot, where like there is something to be said for like conditioning yourself to watch like really short things. It's not like it's irreparable or anything, but like you are going to like consume a lot of short things after that. So I'm glad, I don't know, I've tried to be very conscientious of that with my videos. Like, I know that they're very long, but I also feel like it kind of self-selects for people who are okay with long videos, which is good because I want to share long videos with you folks. So that works out nicely. Yumie, the mother carp. Indeed, all camping permits returned to us. Oh god, I'm so glad that y'all enjoy the long videos. I can't tell you how nervous I was when I first started uploading those, but it's worked out pretty well. It's been very good. Oh, and that's the thing, Tofri. I think that's a very good point, that like balancing, if you're able to balance like long form videos and then also enjoying shorts, I think that's perfect. I honestly do that a bunch too. It's fun to watch shorts. Like, they can be very quick. You can learn something very quickly about a content creator, just have a quick laugh about something. So it ends up working out kind of nice. It's good. But you just have to be conscientious about it. Because otherwise it can be really easy just to fall into the hole of like just watching short content. Oh man. Yumie says we're going to consume a lot of short things. Yumie also talking about meat paste. Something fishy going on here. Listen. No fish were harmed in the making of any meat paste. I'm definitely not trying to convince you all to try German meat paste. It is kind of I don't want to call it an acquired taste, but like it's a difficult thing to get a hold of if you're outside of Germany, or if like you don't have a good German deli in your area. So yeah, it is tasty though. I can vouch for it, especially on bread. Very, very good. Hey, Mr. Camper, you won't believe what I found. You found my permit? I thought it was gone forever. You weren't kidding. A fish really did have it. Thank you so much. You should have the rest of my bait. I'm feeling a little done with fishing. Oh! Thanks again. You're a lifesaver. You're very welcome. Oh, we get to fish more. Excellent. Okay, I'm actually gonna look this up for y'all so you actually know, because if you go into a German deli and you're like, I would like meat paste, please, they'll look at you like you're crazy. So I'm gonna actually get you a proper name for this. Oh god. I'm also glad that y'all who are German also enjoy it. I'm not saying that like it's a thing that everyone has to love, but it is very tasty. Yeah, the one that I really loved, let me go. I'm gonna go pull this up for y'all. Yeah, it's like liver sausage. Liver sausage paste. Let me get you the proper name of this. Yes, no, Uematsu, I'm gonna make sure that y'all don't look crazy. Going and asking for this. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, duh. Liverwurst. You can get, like, essentially you're looking for, like, liver sausage. It's going to be, like, in a paste form is my favorite version. It's very, very good. Liquid ham, refreshing. But yeah, it's not just that. There's a bunch of types of, like, pastes that they sell, and it's very, very good. It's very, very good. I like it. I like it a lot. So anyway, if you ever find yourself in the area of a German deli, go in, take a look around. They generally sell them in these little tubes, and then you can get them and you open them up, and then you can spread them on bread, and that's very good. Fish paste is good too. Agreed. Agreed. Oh god. But yeah, no, it's very tasty. God, I want to get a hold of that now. I actually, some of y'all asked if it was the same as Braunschweiger. I'm looking it up because I think that they're very similar. Yeah, Braunschweiger versus Liverwurst. I'm actually not familiar with what the difference is. Rare German Yumi. Here's the thing, there's a game that I've been saving that we're gonna play next year. Y'all are gonna hear some of the German pronunciation coming out for things. And I was actually thinking about this today. Like, I am technically, like, what is it called? Like a second generation American. So my grandparents, Grand-Snecks, were from Germany. And so I learned, like, a decent chunk of stuff just so I could actually communicate with people. And unfortunately, a decent chunk of it has left my brain since I have been out of the underground. But the pronunciation still remains, so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to playing that game with y'all. There's a bunch of German names in it. And when I was playing it with Bear, I was unable to control it. It's actually funny, when I was playing back in my Genshin days, the very opening. Oh, I'm gonna do it again, actually, even as I'm explaining this. Okay, let me see if I can pronounce this the way that you would without it sounding German. So there is a town that you start out in the game of Genshin called Mondstadt. Oh, that sounds wrong. Mondstadt is the name of this town, but it's really hard. I keep calling it Mondstadt, and like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it's Mondstadt. And Bear will be like, Yumi. I don't think that's how they want you to pronounce it. And I'm like, but it's the German spelling. If they wanted me to pronounce it differently, they would have spelled it differently. It's Mondstadt. I'm sorry, developers. I'm sorry, MiHoYo. I can't help it. It's Mondstadt now. So anyway. How dare you? Indeed, how dare they do this to me? If they didn't want me to pronounce it in a German way, they shouldn't have named it that. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's German word for it. So anyway, there you have it. The game that we will be playing in the new year is called Little Goody Two Shoes, and it is really, really, really good. I'm gonna make sure that we finish Volcano Princess first, because once we start Little Goody Two Shoes, that's gonna be like my on and off again game for a while that we're gonna make our way through. But all of the characters have like very like fantastical German names. And when I was playing with Bear, I all of the names, I couldn't stop pronouncing them with the way that you would in German. So anyway, it's gonna be good. I figure that will be a fun stream for y'all. All right, chucking it. We're gonna get some good fish here. Let's go, get that fish! Oh my god. I'm catching so many albino fish. Is there like some sort of like heavy metal or like some other leak nearby? Why are all the fish albino? I'm kind of concerned now. It could just be a rare, like, I don't know, it could be like a bottlenecking effect. Like maybe all of the fish that are on this island like happen to be albino. And so then they all just like made more albino offspring. I don't know. I'm not saying that, just for clarification, I'm not saying that heavy metals will make more things become albino, but I'm just very surprised to see a very rare genetic condition on so many fish. It's like I'm catching a bunch of shinies. A tiny northern pike. Heavy metal bands make people albino. I see. Oh, Isaac, that's actually a good question. There's been some co-op games that I've been thinking of playing with Bear. One of them is, at some point, I really want to play Monster Hunter with you all. Like, just, I know a bunch of people aren't super familiar with the series. In fact, I just realized I got totally distracted, and I didn't go on my Monster Hunter tangent, so that's what's about to happen. We're just going to talk about Monster Hunter for a little while. But Monster Hunter is very fun, and I actually tend to prefer running like group missions with just 2 people. Like 4 people is nice for running Monster Hunter missions, but like it's really bad if 3 of you die at once. At least with 2 people, you can have like one of you trying to distract the monster and the other one is trying to go after them. Like teamwork, excellent teamwork. Whereas with 4 people, it feels like it gets really chaotic and it's really easy for you all to die. Here's the thing, maybe I've just been very unlucky with the 4-person teams that I've been on, but yeah, no. So Monster Hunter is one that I thought would be really fun. I've been looking into how to make that work because Capcom is very, let's say, unfriendly to people streaming their games and monetizing them. So I think based on the research that I've done on other content creators, it seems like if I did a Monster Hunter stream, I just would turn off like any ads and stuff, because I'll just get claimed anyway. But yeah, I think I should be able to do that in the new year, which would be really fun. So yeah, it would be super good. The other game that I was thinking of playing, which I think would be super fun, is Deep Rock Galactic. That's one that Bear and I have played a lot together and is very, very fun. So I think that would be super cool. Oh, but yeah, Nintendo. You know what? Y'all called the other big studio that tends to do this. Nintendo is also a very big fan of not wanting people to play their games. Which is very, very annoying. So the one game I think I could play is Animal Crossing. So at some point I think it would be fun for us to play that. Because I've seen other like indie creators play that no problem. But Pokemon, ugh, I ain't touching that. I ain't playing Pokemon. Not on stream. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna risk that, so... but yeah, so as far as Monster Hunter, I think that what I'm gonna do, because I know that there's a bunch of folks who have not played Monster Hunter before, and as far as like very first experiences with Monster Hunter, as well as like showing off some really cool monsters and scenery, I think that I'll play Monster Hunter World, because it's pretty good at onboarding people to the game. It's not like Rise is bad at onboarding, but I think Monster Hunter World is really good at like bringing brand new people in and teaching them what they need to do. Whereas Rise is just like, hey, all those really fun things that you got to do in all the other games, do all of these fun things too. Have a wire bug, have a doggo, ride the doggo into battle. Like, absolutely fantastic. So it makes you appreciate Rise even more, like, after playing something like World. Because World is really fun, but then you play Rise and you're like, oh my god, now that I understand the game, I understand why all this is amazing. It's so good. God, yes. The food made by the... Oh, God, yes. The palicos, the cats in the game, are absolutely fantastic. And they have wonderful, wonderful animations for whenever they make you food. So yeah. I think it will be good. Oh, that's interesting to hear. Pokemon is fine as long as you don't use modded ROMs and stuff. Okay, that's good to know. I've always been kind of spooked by it, but I'm becoming more confident as time is going on with like what things I can get away with streaming reasonably. Now, the biggest thing is really just like being comfortable with just turning off ads for certain videos. That generally seems to be the trick with with certain things. So, oh man. But yeah, my personal favorite weapon is the insect glaive. I love the insect glaive in like all of the Monster Hunter games I've now played. The insect glaive is amazing. I get to have a little bug on my arm, and I get to direct the bug to attack a monster and tag it. And then you get to feel so smart when you've tagged the monster in 3 different areas. And then it comes back to you, and then you've got your insect glaive all charged up, and then you jump into the air and you do all these really cool somersaults and really fun moves, and you smack a monster right as it's trying to charge at you. Like, I cannot even begin to express how different fighting the Anjanath is with the insect glaive versus like any other weapon I've used to fight against it. It's so funny, like the Anjanath will like get ready to charge at you, and he's ready to gobble up the earth, and then you just hop into the air, and then you just like watch, you fly around for a little bit watching as he's just like trying to carve through an entire stage, and you're like, wow, okay, whenever you're done, I'm gonna come down from the sky and I'm gonna smack you right in the face. And then I'm gonna chop off your tail. It works every time. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I figure it'll be great because then for folks who have never seen Monster Hunter before, it'll be really fun. I can talk about different things that I like about the game. We can get through like some of the fun tutorial stuff, and like I can show off different things with different weapons. Because when I first started playing Monster Hunter, I played with dual blades, sword and shield, and like the really big hammer. But nowadays I just do insect glaive and the switch axe. The switch axe is super fun. Like really, really fun. Oh, that's very good. So yeah, the one drawback of World is that it's not quite as like, so there aren't quite as many different monster types and different unique designs for weapons and stuff. There still are really fun ones, but the big benefit of World is that it's beautiful. It's a really great onboarding series. You still have a bunch of content that you can play, and then you can also explore the really beautiful world. You also get to see monsters fight each other, like, in high definition, and that's kind of magical. Like, I don't know, that was, like, the moment that totally sold me on the series. I'm like, this goddamn game is amazing. I want to hunt all these monsters. This is incredible. I'm going to make all of my gear. I'm going to hunt them, and then I'm going to use them to make better gear, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be so good. I'm glad that, I don't know. I'm glad that I can share my enthusiasm with y'all on a bunch of this stuff. It's very, very good. Oh man, Dead, you know, that's actually a very fair point. World was the transition between graphics and engine and having them scrape and remake the skeleton for each monster type. Yeah, I think by and large they did a really good job too. Like, there's some really tight fights that happen in Monster Hunter World, and it feels really satisfying when you're able to pull stuff off. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. When we actually pick up the game, I'll pull out my insect glaive and we'll play that. It's actually going to be funny. It's been a little while since I've played World. I've been playing a lot more Rise recently. So I'm sure there's going to be a couple times where I'm like, where is my wire bug? Where is my doggo? Why can I not ride my doggo into battle? But it'll be fine. We'll play some of World, and then I can show you all some of Rise too. And then it'll be nice. I think probably what I'll do is I'll show you all World, and then when we get to Rise, I can actually have Bear and I team up and do some hunts for that. So it'll be good. Why is it raining when it's Christmas? That's a fair point. You know, some parts of the world, it does not get cold enough during the winter time for there to actually be snow. So, alas, there will only be rain. Except for this place, though. We've got rain happening lower on the mountain, and then we've got snow at the very top. We just got the best of all worlds here. I'm trying to think another good place for us to go and fish. Let's go over here. Omnia, I don't need to look outside. God, I'm so sorry. Man, I've thankfully, even though we got snow here on Halloween back in October, it's been relatively light snow. So we haven't had anything that's stuck for too long, which is very nice. I'm sure that's gonna change at some point. I'm sure I'm gonna bring the curse of the weather gods upon me for saying this, and then I'm gonna have just entirely too much snow for the rest of the winter. That was how it was last year here. It was absolutely absurd. We just had snow constantly. It was kind of exhausting, actually. Like, always having to go out and shovel. Like, one day would pass, there would be a blizzard. You'd shovel everything. Second blizzard would blow through. Now you have to go and shovel everything again. Hopefully. Maybe this winter will be slightly warmer. I'm not betting on it too much, but... You know, that's a very good point. Is snow super effective against bikers? It apparently is, although it's not super effective against helicopters, and I'm very disappointed about that. I would really like to not have helicopters constantly flying overhead while I'm trying to record things. It's very annoying. Canadians, that's the life. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. I'm actually, the part of the United States that I live is pretty close to Canada, and that's why we have very similar weather to Canada. It gets really cold here. It's not great. You know, very fair, ice does beat flying as we're trying to climb up this mountain. It's not going so well. Okay, we're looking for another place where we can go and we can fish for a little bit. And then I think probably what we'll do is I'll go find the kiddo, definitely the same kiddo as before, and we'll go on a boat ride. Is cold effective against the baby? Here's the thing, cold is pretty effective in general. Cold is super effective against snakes. I'm not the biggest fan of the cold. It's too much. I don't know why I live in this place that is so cold, but it is the fate that I have chosen for myself. It just snows all the time. Oh, Isaac, thank you so much for asking. Yes, Bear and I did try out One Piece, and it was so much fun. We actually bought some more starter decks, and we were looking at some more cards so that we could build some stuff. We had been keeping an eye on their, I think the global release is like 1 or 2 sets behind the Japanese release for the One Piece card game. And there's some cards that I really, really wanted from the most recent Japanese set, so I'm gonna have to bide my time. The short version is that Yamato is cool as hell, and I really want the green and yellow card. I think it's the green and yellow leader card. It looks so cool! I want it so bad! But I have to wait. So in the meantime, we're gonna keep playing through starter decks, learning the game a little bit more. But yeah, it was super fun. It was very, very good. Oh, yeah, and I'm excited too. This month has ended up, I guess this month and a half has ended up being pretty busy, and I haven't been able to film Bear and I playing that absolutely dope commander deck that Isaac put together, but I'm super excited for when I'm gonna have that ready for y'all, because yeah, I'm actually thinking of making it a mirror match. It'll just be Bear and I playing the Yumi decks against each other just to see how it goes. I think that sounds mad fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This is gonna be good. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna make it through this rainy bit here because we've got somewhere around here. I think I have to make it a little further past this. And then the kiddo on the boat is gonna be waiting for us. Oh, Man, I felt like there was something I was gonna tell y'all. I'm trying to remember what it was. I feel like everything has been so busy recently with like preparing lore archive and getting stuff ready to go. Maybe I'll remember it as we cruise along. Oh, yeah, I remember what it is. Oh god. Let's go. I have been getting a lot of merch stuff put together. I've actually put in some requests for like working with some folks. So yeah, I'm waiting to hear back on some things with that, but look forward to that. I think it's gonna be really good. And I might actually have some official Yumi merch in the future, which would be super, super cool. So yeah, look forward to that. Oh god. Didn't ignore my driving. Oh god. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good, we're doing good. Oh no, no, no. There we go, there we go. Okay, we're all right, we're all right. No, 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 there's no kidnapping happening. We're just, you know, going on a nice little boat ride. Off to go deliver some presents for the good kids. I'm over here, Santa Yumi. We're gonna deliver some good presents for the kids. Oh god! Listen, the snake tail makes it hard to steer, all right? It's a little difficult. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Also, speaking of merch, as I'm colliding into every object available, I know I mentioned this in the schedule, but I'm gonna mention it here too, because I want to mention it as much as possible. If any of you are going to Komifuro this upcoming weekend, you should go and check out the Shop of Boodles. They're gonna have a stall there that's gonna have some Yumi fan merch that's extremely adorable. So yeah, go and check it out. It's super dang cute. I'm very jealous of y'all. It looks really, really good. Use my hands. Magical, how dare you? How dare you? It's also pretty accurate though. I should use my hands to drive, not my tail. We're doing good. We're doing circles. But yeah, I've been working really hard on merch for a while, actually. I have drawn a bunch of custom stuff. So look forward to that. It's gonna be really good once it's all put together. But yeah, they'll take a little bit longer to get everything all approved and get stuff put together, but I'm excited for once it's finally ready to share with you folks. It's gonna be good. Good work, small child. I'm proud of you. I think we did good, y'all. We only hit everything in existence. Good work, small child. Get some air, do a flip. Well, the second I take my eyes off of that kid, it's gonna disappear. So we're just gonna... I think I'm just gonna accept that that's their fate. We got fishing to do. Alejandro, thank God it's just some kid in there, not Nokorin. Exactly. If anything happened to Nokorin, that'd be horrible. Absolutely horrible. Mr. Oreo Yumi explaining her merch. Dear child, look out for the... Oh no, have I scared all the fish away? Fish? Hold on. I'm gonna go back here. Yo, fish. Come here. Just like Animal Crossing all over again. Come hither, oh fish. Oh, this has ended up being a much shorter stream than I thought it was gonna be. It kind of works out pretty nicely, I guess. I guess they'll give me some time to get some more lore archive stuff done. And then that gives me some more time to get stuff ready for the stream this weekend, too. I can't believe how short this was. This might be one of the shortest streams I've ever done. This is kind of incredible. I don't know, maybe after we finish this, I can just go hang out and we can, I'll just have like a Zatsudan for a little bit. That kind of works for me, if that works for you all. We'll catch one more fish, we'll go talk to Aunt May, and then we'll kind of go from there. Fish, please pick up the line, otherwise she'll go boat drifting again. This is unfortunately true. It'll cause absolute carnage. Oh my god, the kid's actually here! Small child. You stuck around. That's good. Farewell, small child. I didn't lose you this time. Oh, I almost forgot. Mom says hi. And everything was okay. Ah, that's great to hear. Your mom is a tough bird. I knew she'd be all right. I'm really glad I came. It's been nice here. I'm glad that you're here. You can visit again anytime. Thanks, Aunt May. Aunt May, where's Uncle Ben? Oh, God. All right. Let's go take our nap. I think it'd be nice to take a break. Let's sleep. Alrighty. It's nap time. The end. No! God, the music in this game is so nice. GG indeed. So there you have it, y'all. That's a short hike. You can see there's a bunch of really fun stuff to do. Like, there was a bunch of things that we didn't even get around to doing, but I thought it was just nice to hang out with you folks. Climb up the mountain and check out this really, really cute game with you folks. Oh. Pachi, Pachi, Pachi! Let's go! Oh. Well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put y'all, I guess in the, waiting room for a second. I'm gonna make sure that my little Zatsudan place is all ready to go. Give me 1 second. Turn on our little BGM here. And then I think that it is ready if I remember. I might have to move some stuff around, but we'll see. Y'all actually get a sneak peek at the Zatsudan screen that I was actually hoping to use a little bit more, so this works out kind of nicely. But yeah, let's hop on over. I think I might have to move the chat because I was messing around with it earlier. But yeah, let's hop over to our winter Zatsudan screen, shall we? Hello everybody. How is it going? Let me bring you all in real quick. I was trying to figure out a good place to put you folks earlier when I was messing around with this. Let's see. There you folks are. Let me bring you folks a little bit closer over here. I'll slide you right there, and then bring this on over. Perfect. Oh, man. Oh, no. Wait, was there crackling? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's right. I forgot the winter cabin has... Hold on. Give me 1 second. I forgot that it had a... Oh my god, that's so funny. We can tell. I was still testing this a little bit. I promise I'm definitely not burning you all for later. The Crackle real crispy. My apologies. I had been testing this earlier. I forgot that was on. Oh my god, that's hysterical. That actually must have been really loud. My bad. My bad, y'all. I apologize. I actually had it turned off for me. I forgot that you all could hear it, so my apologies. I'm gonna hide that real quick. I don't think y'all should be able to hear that now, right? I think that the fire should actually be gone now. I hadn't messed with the volume of that at all. Once again, the chat goes over the fire, just like outdoors. Exactly, I gotta make things consistent. Good. I'm glad that the fire is all good now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blow out your ears there. Whoops. But yeah, this is our winter Zatsudan. Since it's been kind of cold out, it didn't really make too much sense to keep posting them outside for a little bit. So we're gonna be in here for a little bit. We've got a nice little cabin that we can hang out. I've got everything all decorated for Christmas. So yeah, I think that it's gonna be really good. I know everything is so fancy. I love this. I absolutely adore this. I'm gonna have the credits for all of this in the video's description just so that you all can check it out yourself if you're interested. But yeah, Kawa Nina is the one who put these together and they're absolutely beautiful. So Yumi wanted sausages so bad she roasted chat. Apparently I completely destroyed your ears with Crackle too. Oh, no need to worry about the chandelier. There's definitely no reindeer that were involved in that. Maybe I need to move chat over there so you can't see that. I mean, no need to worry about the chandelier. It's fine. Everything's okay. Definitely not a bunch of reindeer antlers. Just, you know, it looks nice, right? It's cozy. Scarlet Hollow chandelier intensifies. Yeah, you know, that a very fair point. It's just from my Monster Hunter Santa's workshop. Special order. No real reindeer, only monster reindeer were involved in the creation of that chandelier. Oh man. Oh, you know, that reminds me. You folks are asking about where's the mistletoe out, and that just made me remember. Hey, did you all know that mistletoe is an invasive species? It's also something where, at least in my area it is, it's also like a really bad parasite. The way that it exists is that it will attach itself to trees, and then it will start strangling them. It's like a vine, essentially. So that's kind of wild. I think that's kind of incredible that it does that. But yeah, anyway, the more you know. So that's why you can find like mistletoe growing off of trees and stuff. It's trying to strangle the tree. Exactly, really makes you think of romance. Exactly. Oh God. Man, I feel so bad that I blew your ears out as soon as I brought you over to this. I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be so exciting. I get to show them this brand new room. I totally forgot that the fire was really loud. Okay, it's all right. The fire is quiet now. You know, it's a very fascinating point. There are a lot of monster deer antlers that are in that chandelier. An undisclosed number. You know, that's the Monster Hunter grind set though. You gotta keep going until you get the rare gems that you need, or the plates. I'm really glad that y'all like the new room. I'm actually so happy I get to show it to y'all now. I was kind of feeling sad that I was only gonna be able to use like the Christmas decorations for like a couple of streams, but I can actually use it for a little bit more, which is great. Oh. Futsu. It's time to ask, when is the RTS stream where Yumi sends everyone to death for the glory of Tsuchinoko? So, I have actually thought about playing, so there's a series of Warhammer games where like you get to command armies and you get to put together like honestly really fun groups of units. But I actually, I feel bad. I didn't enjoy what I played. Like, I think that those types of games are just not for me, which is kind of a shame because I really love tactical games. I thought that I was going to really enjoy this, but like taking a lot of time and steering an army slowly around, it didn't tickle like the tactical bit of my brain that I was hoping it would. That being said, I know that a lot of folks love playing them. There's currently some issues. Yes, thank you all. Total War. There's actually some really scummy things that they've been doing recently with those games, so it kind of works out that I'm not actually playing them. I am not completely familiar with exactly what has been going on with them, but it sounds like they've been like, I'm not sure if they've been overcharging for DLC or if there's been issues that have been going on there, but if you look at their reviews on Steam, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. A lot of people who have loved the Total War games have been extremely upset about it. Okay, that was what I had understood, was that it was like they were overcharging on DLC without like providing a whole lot with it. And those games are really expensive. Like, they don't really go on sale a whole bunch. They ask quite a bit of you up front. So, yeah, that's no good. I combined like 10 antler trophy drops into one mega trophy chandelier. See, this is exactly. Doesn't it look beautiful? I had to hunt so many monster reindeer in order to put the chandelier together for you all. So I'm glad that y'all I'm not sure if I should say that y'all like it. It is a little intimidating, but it's festive, right? It's got the good Monster Hunter energy to it. Oh, what were the bad PR decisions that they ended up doing? Oh God. So they raised the price of the latest DLC. I'm gonna have to look into this now to actually see what they did, because since I'm not involved with that part of the Warhammer community, I play the tabletop games and I roll a bunch of dice. And I haven't really done a lot of the RTS stuff. And now I gotta look this up. I'm gonna make a note for myself, look up what's going on with Total War. Total War. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, that's a good question too about Christmas food. So it's something I'll talk a little bit more about, but a lot of the traditions that I had growing up are things mostly to do with like timing of opening Christmas gifts. So it's fairly common in a lot of German households where you'll open up presents on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day. So that was something that I did a lot growing up. As far as food though, for whatever reason, the snake people underground didn't have a lot of like food traditions, which is like, I don't know. I think that's terrible. I think that's no good. That's been something lovely about getting to share Christmas with Bear, is that his family does like prime rib, and they do twice baked potatoes, which is where you bake a potato, you take it out, you scoop out the filling, you mix it up with some other tasty things like you can put in like green onions and bacon and some other tasty stuff. You put the filling back into the potato and then you put that back in the oven and you bake it again. It's so good. It's so good. It's extremely tasty. So twice baked potatoes have become like a tradition now for Bear and I. They're extremely, extremely tasty. We try to do that for Christmas every year, and then for a lot of other holidays we'll do that too. It's very, very good. But yeah, like some sort of like roast is something that we've been doing. It's actually it's kind of funny. So when I was growing up in the underground. I kid you not, there was one year for Christmas where we had Costco pizza, like brand Costco pizza, like the really big supermarket where you can just buy a bunch of bulk stuff. And here's the kicker. It was cold Costco pizza. It was not warmed in a microwave or anything. It was stone cold Costco pizza on Christmas. So let's just say that the twice baked potatoes have been fantastic. That's the thing. Fresh Costco pizza is good. Costco pizza that's just been sitting in a fridge for an undisclosed amount of time, and then it is consumed while it is still cold. I don't know. Like, celebrating Christmas with Bear for the first time was a transformative experience. I actually got really, really emotional. The very first Christmas that I ever shared with Bear, it was with his whole family. And Bear's mom had, like, bought me a bunch of things. Like, she'd purchased me some clothes and scarves and, like, cozy sweaters and, like, a bunch of really nice things. And I just started crying. It was very sweet. So, yeah, Christmas has been something that I have come to treasure a lot. It's like a very nice time of year when I get to, like, celebrate with the people that I love. And yeah, it's very, very good. I'm very excited to share a bunch of Christmas traditions with y'all and, like, cool things that I've come to treasure a lot over the last, God, how long has it been since I left the underground? 7 years? 8 years? I don't remember. 7 or 8 years. It's been a little bit. Long enough that traditions have developed, so. Oh, man. Costco poutine is amazing. God! Man, I don't have a Costco membership, so I have never tried out some of this, but there was a thing that folks in the underground were very obsessed with. It'd be like a semi-weekly thing. We gotta go to Costco, and that's a thing. I feel like that defeats the point of Costco, doesn't it? Like, the whole point of Costco is that it's gigantic. You pick up, like, a bunch of bulk food, right? And, like, bulk goods, and then you're supposed to, like, be good for a while. I guess if you're getting, like, fresh food, it's probably fine to go more often than that. But it was not fresh food that was being purchased. I don't know. I felt like there was extreme waste that was happening. Like, too many things were being purchased and then not consumed. Or, like, being left in a fridge for a young Yumi to find later and have to clean up. It was no good. Yeah, no, thankfully the Christmas Costco pizza was not gray Costco pizza. Mercifully, it was actually edible, so that was good. Oh, God. It's so funny. I haven't thought about the Costco pizza in a long time. Every once in a while, because Bear knows that story, we'll just, like, randomly joke about that. If, like, there's ever a food thing that goes wrong, we're like, well, at least it's not a gray steak, or at least it's not a, cold Costco pizza on Christmas. And you're like, yeah, no, it's not. It's all good. Everything has worked out. Like, oh, God. You know, actually, Omnia, that's a fair point. If you actually have a big family, things would go pretty quickly, even if you're buying stuff in bulk. That's actually a very fair point. That was not the case with the snakes in the underground. They did not need all of the bulk things that were being purchased. I do not know why they purchased so many things. It was too much, man. Oh, God. Oh, it's so relaxing just watching the snow fall in the background. It's so nice. Supposedly I am going to be getting some more snow here in a little bit. We're actually going to see if we've got more snow on the ground during the second half of the month. Because the first half of this month, it's been kind of warm. It was actually warm enough that Bear was able to go out and very quickly clean up all of the leaves that had fallen from trees outside, because normally we've got much more time to take care of that, but it snowed on Halloween, and that complicated things pretty bad. And we're like, oh God, are we even gonna be able to get to the leaves? It's just gonna be like a layer of leaves, a layer of snow. And then spring is gonna come and we're gonna have all of these sad, wilted, somewhat rotting leaves underneath all the snow. But no, thankfully the snow did melt, so Bear was able to very quickly go out and take care of some of that, so that was good. That was another thing that I offered to help with, but and we were kind of pressed for time, and Bear was like, nope, that's all good, I've got it. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean to leave the physical labor to you. I will try to get things set up inside. Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. I don't know if that would have made things more slippery. It probably would, though, if you had a bunch of leaves underneath things. Ugh, I'm glad the snow melted. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that with how cold it gets here, a lot of times the thing that you have to be really careful about is that as the snow falls, if it is warm enough, you will sometimes get the snow like slightly melting and then freezing again. So you'll get like a thin layer of ice that's underneath the snow. And that's not super fun to deal with. The other thing is on roads, if they don't do a good job of plowing the roads, the snow will start compacting really bad. And then you'll get sections that just become ice as a result of that. So yeah, not a big fan of the ice. Not very good. Yeah, the leaves allow a thin layer of ice to form if the ground is still warm enough. God. I'm glad that we were able to get the leaves up before that happened, because that seems absolutely ridiculous. Oh God. Oh, you know, Isaac, that was a fair question. Do I still enjoy certain snow activities? Here's the thing. I do still think that snow is really pretty. Especially like when I was in college and things. It was really fun to like go and have snowball fights with folks. Nowadays, I feel like there's a lot of that like adult energy with the snow falls. You see it and you're like, oh, God damn it. I gotta go and shovel that. But I don't know, it is kind of nice. It's very beautiful, especially like as it's, if you get really light snow that's coming down, it can be very, very nice. I don't know, something that I really like about snow is generally if it's snowing, that means it's not cold enough for there to be like, much worse types of weather. Like snow will only fall down to like a certain temperature in my area. So once it drops like really cold, snow will not continue to fall for that. So I like it when it snows insofar as like, thank God. It's not horribly cold outside at least. Yeah, I think it was that's a good question, Mr. Oreo. I think it was like the second winter that Bear and I lived here. It got down to, I think like -40. I think, no, it was, let me pull that up real quick, because it was like the actual physical temperature outside. I'll do Fahrenheit to Celsius. Once you start dropping down far enough, they get kind of similar. So yeah, so the actual temperature outside was -32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is -35 degrees Celsius. But with wind chill, it was -50 Fahrenheit, -45 Celsius. And wind chill is like a pretty terrifying thing, because essentially what that means is that the actual physical temperature outside is like one temperature, but then it's so windy that it feels like it's a lower temperature. And it actually, like, for the sake of your health, you can essentially consider it to be a much lower temperature. My car was not able to start that day, so I stayed home. Thankfully, all the power stayed on. That was a big concern, is that they were worried that was going to strain the power grid, but it was fine. But yeah, something that folks in this area are really conscientious about is that if it gets that cold, the trees will actually crack. The bark won't be able to handle it, and so the bark will start splitting open. And that's really bad because the tree takes a really long time to like try to repair something like that. And when spring comes around, this tree just has this gigantic hole in its bark, and all sorts of pathogens will get inside. So yeah, they actually have, for like particularly important historical trees in our area, they'll actually try to wrap them before there's really bad cold spells, because they're trying to prevent them from cracking as much as possible. So yeah, it's kind of wild. Corvus, weirdly enough, I kind of envy your weather. Here's the thing, you kind of get everything here. Like, it gets really cold in the winter, and then in the summer it gets really warm and humid. Not nearly as warm and humid as other parts of the world, but we get like all sorts of crazy thunderstorms and other things. It definitely keeps you on your toes. That's for sure. It makes you prepared for everything. You're like, okay, I know how to deal with the bad rain and the bad snow and the bad wind. Just don't bring a tornado, please. I don't know if I've actually told that story, but there's been 2... This is not to concern you all. A snake lady is not going to perish from any tornadoes. I promise this. This will not happen. I've got a bunch of alarms on my phone. I've got like all sorts of ways to know if things are going to happen. So everything is going to be fine. But there have been 2 tornadoes that have touched down since I've lived in this area, which is kind of wild because apparently that's very uncommon. She has already died. I'm speaking to you from beyond the grave. I just don't want y'all to worry that I'm gonna like perish during a storm here. But yeah, no, there's actually been 2 tornadoes that have touched down since I have lived here, which is kind of wild. One of them touched down, God, 5 miles away from where I lived. I'm gonna look that up in kilometers for y'all. Miles to kilometers, like within like 8 kilometers. But yeah, that was pretty wild. Bear and I like went down into like the lowest level that we could, grabbed the heaviest blankets that we could, and just put that over us, because like the biggest thing, like if you end up getting hit with a tornado, the best thing you can do is get like as low as possible. So if you're outside, like laying down in a ditch is pretty good. Don't go underneath like overpasses and stuff, because the wind tunnel effect will become really bad, and you're very liable to get swept out of there. But if you're in a house, just like try to get as low as possible, or if that isn't possible, like just go into like a bathtub or something, just something that will support you a bit. But yeah, we grabbed some stuff to put over our heads, because like if the ceiling had collapsed, I didn't want to like have ceiling falling down on us. But yeah, no, thankfully the tornado, it literally touched down in the middle of a street. It didn't actually destroy any houses. It totally trashed a road though. That poor road. I was looking at the pictures afterwards and I'm like, dear God, those poor people. Like, there were so many trees that were down, and like the asphalt had been stripped up and stuff. So yeah, anyway, global warming isn't very fun. Not a big fan of the fact that there's actual tornadoes in my area now. But yeah, it's not good. I think like not this last year, but the year before, there was also one that touched down to the north of us, but that one it didn't cause any issues. Some tornadoes, when they touch down, they'll like just kind of peter out really fast. They don't really do anything. They'll just like spin and it'll be really, really windy and then it'll be okay. But Mr. Oreo, fun fact, every Canadian has a near-death experience while tobogganing. Y'all be safe out there, okay? You be safe with your toboggans, okay? Classic Yumi hot take. Global warming isn't fun. I support this statement. Oh man, Omnia, I used to live on top of a big hill range in very tornado-centric land. It was creepy seeing tornadoes go back up into the clouds before coming back down after passing the neighborhood. Ugh. Ugh. God, yeah, I've actually, anytime that like tornadoes have touched down, I have always been in shelter. The only time I've ever seen a tornado forming was when I was rushing into a house to grab a bunch of stuff. That actually wasn't even in the current place that I live. That was, there actually were tornadoes in the underground too. So yeah, there was a tornado that was forming and I got to watch the little funnel coming down and all the sirens everywhere, and I'm like, oh my god. Please don't touch down though. But yeah, no, it was okay. Sky, or would that be, instead of a hot take, a warm take? Definitely. Oh, Isaac, the worst weather I've ever experienced is when a freak hailstorm destroyed the house I just bought and the rest of the suburb with it. Oh my god, you were kidding me. Okay, I think that beats out any of the shit that I've had to put up with. At least my stuff wasn't destroyed. Dear god, that's horrible. No. Oh my god, what an absolute nightmare. I hope you were able to get insurance to pay for stuff. That's horrible. Oh my god. Jesus, some of y'all have had some crazy weather stories. Mr. Oreo, worst weather I experienced is one bad blizzard that buried everything in 5 feet of snow. That's legit terrifying though. Like, can you imagine? Like, you have to dig yourself out of that shit. That's horrible. Oh my god. Isaac, no! 60% of the roof tiles were destroyed. Okay, good. Insurance took care of everything. Good. Okay. That's good to hear. Also, welcome to those of you joining, getting off of work, or coming and hanging out with stuff. We ended up finishing the game, so we've just kind of been hanging out and doing a Zatsudan, sharing kind of absurd stories about weather. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can imagine it took a year to replace that. That's absolutely nightmarish. Oh my god! I hope that never happens again to you. That's horrible. Good god. That's terrible, especially right after actually getting the house. That's like, I think I've mentioned this to you folks, but the bear and I, after a lot of very careful planning and also getting extremely lucky, we were finally able to get a house ourselves. And the day that we moved in, the basement was completely flooded. There had been a really bad rainstorm. Actually, it was the rainstorm I was just talking about, the one where a tornado had touched down. And we had been at our old place prior to that. We were about to move just the next day. We moved into our new place after a tornado had just struck part of the town, and the basement was completely flooded. So that was not great. We had to like trash a bunch of stuff down there. Thankfully, we hadn't moved anything in, but I can't even imagine having to replace a roof. Like, a basement is one thing. It was really obnoxious and annoyingly expensive to take care of. But like, roofs are really complicated because they have to protect your house from so many things. There's very expensive materials that go into it. There's a lot of individual components that go with it. Whereas all we had to do was like completely dry out the basement, get antibacterial stuff and antifungal stuff sprayed everywhere, so we wouldn't develop mold, and then we had to replace the carpet. But like replacing a roof sounds awful. I'm so sorry, Isaac. That's horrible. Dear God. Good God. Omnia flooded basement, you mean unofficial indoor pool. God, it might as well been. I'm over here, like, bringing in boxes. I slither downstairs, and I'm like, there's water down here. That was not a great housewarming gift, but you know, it's all worked out okay. We've learned a lot. Many lessons have been learned since then. Oh man, system philosophy, your worst weather, or rather like natural disaster, was the 2011 East Japan earthquake. This is gonna tell y'all how old I am, but I was, I'm trying to remember if I think I was in college when that happened. Yeah. That was horrifying. There were so many awful, awful things that happened there. Because here's the thing, y'all get a lot of earthquakes in Japan, but that was, if I remember correctly, didn't that cause a tsunami? That was what happened where there was a nuclear reactor that got taken offline by that and leaked into the surrounding water, which is really tragic because, like, nuclear power is, like, a really great middle ground for trying to transition away from fossil fuels, but like things can go very bad with it as well. So it takes a really long time to build that stuff. I'm really glad that ended up being okay from that system philosophy. That was a really scary time for you folks. Man, I can't believe it's been over 10 years since then. That was, God. I remember looking at the pictures and crying. It was horrible. The destruction that happened from that earthquake was awful. I'm really glad that, like, things are looking up and looking better there, but I really hope that there's not something like that happens again. That would be really terrible. Oh, God. Yeah, you folks who live in California, oh God, I feel so bad for you. Y'all have had so much awful stuff happening. I mean, last year there was a hurricane that crashed right into the West Coast, which was awful. And then you have forest fires all the time. There's droughts constantly. Like, oh God, it's terrible. I'm so sorry for you folks. God. And yeah, that's the thing. Nuclear power is great. There have just been some, like, really big, high-profile, terrible things that have happened and have gone wrong with it. But yeah, it takes a really long time to bring a nuclear plant online because they have to jump through so many hoops. There's a lot of administrative things that they have to do. So you're looking at, like, anywhere from, like, I think it's like 5 years of getting a lot of approvals done, but then it takes like 10 years to actually build the plant, so like 15 to 20 years just to make a nuclear plant. And that could just be in my area. I'm not sure if things are a little bit quicker all over the world, but yeah, it's really it's complicated to actually bring those online. So it's pretty devastating, not just for like what happens if they are taken offline, but yeah, it's just really hard to rebuild them. Oh God, I am sorry for you folks in California though. It's really bad. You all have like really terrible weather that happens there. And this is coming from someone who just talked about like blizzards and tornadoes and stuff. Like, I don't know, at least our area is like, I guess like, even if these things happen, there's reasonable things in on the grid, and operators are able to make sure the power stays on. But you poor folks in California have it really rough. You have my condolences. That is no good. Oh God. Oh yeah, system philosophy. The tsunami was just horrible. Oh my God, I can't believe it's been 10 years since then. Oh God. I don't always feel old, but it's just that moment of, oh God, that was over 10 years ago. It's about to be 2024. That happened in 2011. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh no, Corvus. Oh no, you had to go through Hurricane Sandy? Good God. Hurricanes terrify me. Like, here's the thing. I'm deeply terrified of tornadoes as well and extremely paranoid about them. But I try to stay on top of stuff, and I know that, like, okay, it's okay. I can get down into a basement. I've got things that I can do. Hurricanes are just a horrible, unpredictable beast of a thing. Like, they'll come through with horrible winds. There will be flooding of all kinds. You're going to have issues with power going out. God, it's no good. It's no good. Oh, man. Man, you know, that's true, Dohi Wario. That's the thing, you all do get earthquakes in California too, right? But I was gonna say, most of the stuff that, like, I know you all have to worry about, really, a lot of it comes down to really bad forest fires. Because that stuff can spread very, very quickly there, which is not good. Oh God. Meanwhile, Topher and Clay with 26 plus hurricanes in a year. Man, you poor people living in... Like, living in the coastal regions of Southeast Asia, you have to put up with so much terrible weather. Good God. Feels so bad. It's awful. Like, the Philippines and Indonesia and everything. It's just like, tropical weather systems are absolutely insane. Oh God, hurricanes are a season. Ah! Ah! I'm so sorry. This is absolutely terrible. That's no good. Is there any way to harness that energy, or is it too strong? God, I don't even know. Man, there's so many of them now, too. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, yeah, you know, system philosophy, I can kind of, I can empathize with why people were really frightened about nuclear power after everything that happened in 2011, because at that point, like, when the reactor went offline, it leaked so much nuclear fluid into the surrounding areas, and that was really bad. But yeah, I'm hoping that at some point, like, there are ways to, like, help bridge that gap again, but I can very much understand people's fear around that. Very big windmills. That's just it. We can use the very big, very strong windmills to harness the hurricane energy. You know, it's kind of wild. I'm pretty sure hurricanes would be way too much for most windmills to even deal with. Even on, like, the outer edges. Those winds get so crazy strong. Man, that would be wonderful, though. Just get very, very strong windmills. Good God. I don't know, it's kind of nice that wind power is catching on in a lot of places. Also, solar energy is nice. I'm glad that a lot of solar panels have been able to take off all over the world. Obviously, they're not going to be good for all places. I lived in a very overcast part of the United States for a long time, and doing any solar energy there would be a bad idea. You just don't get enough solar radiation to really do it. But yeah, like other parts of the world, using solar and windmills is a very good idea. Very big, strong windmills. That's true. If you had really big rotating wind tunnels, God, that would be wild. I don't know. Maybe I'm a weird person, but I think windmills are really cool. Like, I know that there's some talk about them being really ugly, just like being out in the water, being out in hills. Every time I see windmills, though, I'm like, damn, that's so cool. I don't know. I think maybe I'm the weird one out there. I look at them and I'm like, that's awesome. You keep doing that. Or maybe it's just that people in my area are too prejudiced against windmills. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm really hoping that solar starts taking off, especially in places with a lot of sun, right? I think that would be fantastic. Like, actually being able to, like, utilize solar energy in places that's really, really sunny, that would be absolutely fantastic. Oh, man. Doggy audio. Is it bad that I didn't realize that windmills are named that way because they are wind-powered mills until a few years ago? It's okay. You're totally fine. No one will know. Even now. It's been wiped. Honestly, it's not necessarily the most obvious that that would be the case. So I think you're all good. Oh, man. Oh. It's been good, y'all. It's been nice to hang out and talk about stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that is exactly what it is. Like, windmills are really cool to look at. It does just make you, I don't know, I get the same way with airplanes. Like, I'm not sure what it is about airplanes, but like, they're kind of incredible. Like, some very, very smart engineers have made it so we can go super, super fast through very cold, very low atmosphere parts of our planet. And like get from one place to another very quickly. I don't know. I think that's very impressive. Obviously, it would be much better for our planet if there were less airplanes flying around everywhere. But as like just a purely mechanical thing, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed. There's some very cool things that humans have done. I am blown away by all of the people who made it so it could fly. That's kind of insane. Oh, man. Doggy audio. I thought for a while that windmills were just there for aesthetics and didn't really think too hard about it. It's honestly fantastic. Well, hey, now you know. Now they're there generating electricity, too. Yeah, man, airplanes are crazy, right? Like, it is. It's a hunk of metal. It's a hunk of metal that has a bunch of, like, really high-powered engines that are strapped to it. And you have these very carefully trained people who are making it so this thing will actually fly. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. I don't know. I'm very impressed. I think it's very cool. Oh, man. Omnia. Hey, it's better than thinking windmill farms are there to grow new windmills. You know, I hadn't even thought about that before, but that's true. They are called windmill farms. God, that's too funny. And then here we see, over in this field, the baby windmills. They're being grown. It'll take a few short years for them to reach maturity, and then they'll become full-fledged windmills, making their way all across the world, to new places, starting their own windmill farms. Maybe they'll even come back home at some point to create more windmills. Maybe that is just it. The windmills are just like turtles. They'll like go out into the world. They'll grow up on the windmill farm. They'll go out into the world and then they'll come back to the windmill farm. They'll have the little windmill babies. And then and then those babies will grow up and they'll go other places. Oh, man. Oh, you know, that's a very fair point system philosophy. Solar would be kind of tricky in Japan. I mean, you all get like some really torrential rains there during the year. You have monsoon season, which is kind of insane. I'm curious if wind power is something that would ever work for you folks. But yeah, it's a complicated thing. Powering the world. Trying to do it without killing the planet any more than we're already doing. I'm gonna look at the snow and calm down. It's all good. It's okay. Everything is fine. Yumie-Endorsed. God, I heard there was a new David Attenborough documentary coming out and I'm so excited. Literally any time that man's name shows up in any news article, I'm like, oh, David Attenborough, you're still alive? Are you gonna tell me more about nature, please? You beautiful, very caring person who just wants everyone to learn more about nature and care about it. His documentaries are so good. God, maybe I'll go watch a David Attenborough documentary after this. It's kind of hard to pick which one is my favorite. God, I think that that's a great question. I think David Attenborough is in his 90s, isn't he? Let me look that up. David Attenborough. He's still going strong. No, he's 97 years old. Oh no! No, he's too old. Oh no! David Attenborough, I need you to survive, please. Just a little bit longer. He's done some wonderful, wonderful things, though. I didn't realize he was 97. I thought he was like 91. 91 is still really old, but 97 is really, really old. Oh, God. Oh, the fear in my heart. I will be devastated when I read the news that that man has passed away. He's been such a gem. Oh, my God. Absolutely adored his documentaries. You know, that's wonderful thinking, Mr. Oreo. He'll just live forever. That would be absolutely wonderful. Oh, God. Isaac. He's been knighted. He's taken some of the Queen's longevity. David hitting platinum. God, I'm gonna go watch some David Attenborough documentaries. That sounds fantastic. That sounds like such a great way to spend an evening. Oh, I've really loved a lot of the Planet Earth stuff. Like, it's very, very cool to see. But he's done just a bunch of really good ones. I'm actually looking up David Attenborough. I've watched so many of your things. I'm pulling up his his biography of all the works he's done. Imagine his birthday cake. It's a fire hazard. That's very true. God, 97. Good Lord, he's old. He's a very old man. Much older than even I thought. Good God. Okay, David Attenborough filmography. Wikipedia has an entire page for this. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Oh, God. Okay, let's go. Major projects. All right, we're gonna go look at... Oh, my God. He's done so much narration. God, yeah. Y'all are right. Private Life of Plants. Blue Planet was really good. Oh my God, so many of these are just bangers. Planet Earth in all of its iterations was very good. Thank you, Alejandro. That's a very good point. Hey everyone, this is a hydration check. Everyone drink some water, some tea, soda, whatever you've got. I'm gonna have a drink real quick. That was nice. Oh. I'm looking through... God, so many of these were good. A lot of his Planet series are really good, like Frozen Planet. Oh God. So many good ones. Oh. Yeah, some of the later Planet Earths I loved a lot too. Planet Earth 3 was really good. They just got some very good footage in that as well. Hello everyone. Welcome. We're just hanging out right now talking about nature documentaries and how David Attenborough is a lot older than I thought. Man, and I thought he was in his low 90s. I'm so scared now. Okay, it's all right. I can mentally prepare myself. I will understand that he is 97 years old. He has lived a very long life, and I hope that he continues to live the very long life. He's done a lot of good work. A lot of very, very good work. But yeah, if you haven't ever watched any of his documentaries, they're very relaxing. He's got a really lovely voice. It's very calming to listen to. He does a fantastic job narrating things as well. It's just like the perfect amount of like, he's clearly read up on things so he can pronounce things correctly, which is good. Very, very good. But you can tell he's passionate about the topic he's talking about, while also being really calm and interesting to listen to. Oh, the actor for Captain Holt passed away today? Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, that's always rough, man. I don't know. It's one of those things of like, I think that it can be hard to watch folks pass away, especially as we're all getting older. But like, we're gonna keep, I'm not gonna get too real here, but we're gonna keep doing our best, y'all. We're gonna have fun with things. We're gonna celebrate life. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be all good. Oh, God. Oh, God, he was only 61? Oh, Christ. God, I hope that he'd had a good life up to that point. Oh, my word. Oh, it's kind of incredible, honestly. Like, Stream P99. Oh, man, let me look up. That's something I can look into. I wonder. Do you know that I've actually never watched the entirety of that? That seems like a sin. It seems like a sin that I haven't watched all of that, because what I have watched has been absolutely hysterical. But, oh, God damn it. Helicopter. I'm turning off volume for a second. So many helicopters. This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. It is definitely scary to get older. I'm not gonna deny that. But it's also something of like, it's something we're all gonna get through together, and just like living your life and enjoying what you've got, I think is the best that anyone can do. Just like enjoying yourself. Doing what you can to like make the best of your life, I guess. If that makes any sense. It's definitely something that is still scary, but I don't know. It's something that I liked talking with y'all about, like the Day of the Dead and things like that. Just like celebrating the lives of people, and also remembering to like enjoy your life as best as you can. There's always going to be hard things that come up and stuff that we all have to struggle through, but like, I don't know. You're not alone. Like, we're all getting through it together, so yeah, that's good. Would a commute to work by helicopter be cool or terrifying? I think, oh God, helicopters scare me. I feel like they have a really bad track record. Like, even now, they're still not very safe to be in. Like, there's all sorts of mechanical problems, so I'd be terrified personally. Absolutely terrified. Oh God. But yes, everyone enjoy your lives as best as you can. I think that is the best that you can do, and it's also just it's a win-win. You get to enjoy yourself, get to enjoy your life as much as you can. So yeah, it's very, very good. Yeah, life is worth for just itself. I completely agree. Wholeheartedly. Man, you know, that's an interesting point, Mr. Oreo. Depends on the helicopter. Civilian copter, that's okay. Military copter, you're in for a ride. Isaac, a trebuchet with a landing pad commute is your preference. That's beautiful. Just like in the olden days. Yeah, in the olden days, we didn't walk up and down a hill both ways. We used trebuchets to get to work. We all had broken bones afterwards, and we didn't cry about it. Oh, God. Man, speaking of, like, RTS games, I think this technically counts as an RTS game. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Age of Empires. That was a thing that I played when I was a young snake. I was thinking about that because there were a lot of trebuchets in that. But yeah, that game was absolutely wild. It like was like early days of commanding armies and having them go up against each other. It was actually pretty fun. I don't know, like, as an adult, like, the things that I liked about it as a child were, like, not the strategy parts, which probably says something about me. Like, I enjoyed, like, getting to build towns and settlements and, like, getting to do all of that stuff, but actually having to command the armies to go fight each other, I'm like, oh, but I don't want the people to fight. I don't want them to do this. And I say this is the same person who has hunted a bunch of monster reindeer to make the chandelier, but just putting that aside. Putting that aside. Oh my god, that's right! You could- oh my god, the elephant spam was hilarious. I totally forgot about the elephants. That shit was so funny. Oh man, god, yeah, Civ 4. Oh, here's the thing. Civilization is entirely too much fun. Those games, oh god, they just like, they suck away so much time. They can be very addicting. You're like, all right, I'm just gonna build this civilization and I'll like take a break, and you're like, oh god, I've already been through like this amount of eras. My people are prospering, but some of them are unhappy in this region. I've got to increase my science stats. I think Civ 5 is probably my favorite. Not just because of like a lot of updated features and stuff, but start Civ. It's 5 a.m. Oh god, that's right. God, that was such a funny, was that a glitch with one of the Civilization games? Where Gandhi was one of the most bloodthirsty ones? Oh god, I don't know if I ever played the Civilization version that had that glitch, but that is too damn funny. Oh man. But yeah, no, Civilization is like ultimate, I guess it's probably not fair to even call it a city builder. It's a little bit of that, but like there's a lot that's going on in Civilization. It's very fun. It's a very fun series of games. Oh man. Age of Empires and elephants, man. I haven't thought about that in a long time. I totally forgot you could spam those out. That's so funny. Oh god. Okay, my memory was correct. Okay, in the Civilization game that had this glitch. Oh yeah, Gandhi, when modern era hit, his nuclear aggression got negative overflow. -9 to 9 into max aggression. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. That's so funny. Did they really make that a feature now? Gandhi will be chill until you mess with him. Now it's nuclear retaliation. I love that commitment to the bit. That's absolutely fantastic. That's kind of a nice thing of like actually being able to get feedback from a lot of your fans, seeing some of the things that they get excited about. Oh my word. God, speaking of, I'm not sure, I'm sure some of y'all have heard about this, but for those of you who didn't, there is currently a bit of a controversy. In the gaming world, there is a game studio. Some people pronounce it Fantastic, but the actual proper name of the studio is missing an A. So I've been calling it Effentastic. I'm not sure which one is right. I'm gonna call it Effentastic. But they just put out a game on Steam called The Day Before. It was supposed to be like an open world MMO survival horror like zombie shooter. It was not any of those things. It was just like not very well put together. There was a lot of like really weird physics interactions and like a lot of problems. But yes, 4 days after this game was just listed on Steam, they have now closed their studio down and are trying to take the money from that and I guess run, which is kind of wild. That was the day before, from what I understand, was one of the most wishlisted games on Steam in quite a long time. So there was a lot of people who bought it. So yeah, I guess more to come on that. I'm kind of curious to see what the result of all of that is. But yeah, it's the same studio that made Prop Night a couple of years ago, and they were supposedly making this MMO that was not really an MMO, and then they closed 4 days after it went live, after it was very disastrous. And here's the thing. There have been other disastrous launches of games that have been able to like cobble together like some sort of future for themselves. From what I understand, people do like Cyberpunk 2077. I don't think I'll ever check it out, but like it's apparently had some quality of life upgrades, and the people who are into that are into it, even though that was catastrophic on launch. I'm not sure that I necessarily trust that studio a whole bunch because of how they handled a lot of that. But like, I'm glad that folks are enjoying it. So yeah, and yes, that was actually the exact example I was about to bring up, Planesfox, so thank you. No Man's Sky, I think, is like the best example of this, because they were a catastrophic failure on launch. So bad. Like, all of the things that they had hoped to release just were not working. It was a complete disaster, both on like a player side and a PR side, but they worked so hard to like fix everything that had gone wrong, to try and win people back, to like bring the game up to the standards it should have been. Then honestly, it ended up being a pretty impressive game. So like, just because a game flops on launch, that's not great. That's generally indicative of like your staff was pushed to release a game that wasn't ready to be released. That's not good. That's very bad. Being conscientious of your workers and making sure that like you have things as ready to go as you can is good. But I'm glad that the studio behind No Man's Sky, like they tried really hard to make up for what happened with that, which I think was good. But yeah, they tried to do as much as they could to try and make up for stuff, which was, that was decent at least. They didn't close down or anything. But yeah, this project was a colossal flop. But instead of like giving it some time where they're like, okay, we released a game that was kind of like not functional and not what was advertised on launch, we need to do something about this, maybe reevaluate, maybe like not do a game like this in the future. The studio just closed down. So anyway, more to come on that, I guess. But yeah, I actually am not sure if you can even check out the game on Steam. I had heard that they were trying to get it like removed from the Steam store, so I'm not sure if it's even there. I'm actually gonna try to pull that up real quick. The day before. Oh, I see something. Yep, no, it's still there. It's still there. I don't think you can buy it though, mercifully. Okay, that's good. That's good. They have removed the buy button, so. Does it really have a 50% refund rate? Oh my god. Yeah, so if you want to read some of the negative reviews, the page is still there, but you cannot buy it anymore. So that is good. No one will accidentally be purchasing this. So that is good. Oh god. Yeah, no, Baldur's Gate 3, oh my god, that game is incredible. It's definitely one of those games that I think it wants you to have some knowledge of D&D before playing it. Because the more knowledge you have about D&D, the easier of a time you're gonna have playing Baldur's Gate 3, since it's just using the mechanics from that, as well as like level up systems and stuff. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, that has been something that Bear and I have been playing together. It's been really fun. There's honestly been a lot of games that we've been trying to play. It has been absolutely fantastic. It's honestly kind of a tricky game to stream. I know a bunch of folks have been streaming it, but it's so heavily narrative focused and it's so long. Like, it would be really difficult to stream it without just streaming it all the time. if you know what I mean. Like, there's a bunch of games that I want to play, and playing Baldur's Gate on stream would be really tricky, especially since like not everyone can watch every single stream. So having some folks hop on later who aren't quite as familiar with some of the other stuff, that might get kind of tricky too, which is a shame because Baldur's Gate 3 is really fun. But yeah, if y'all haven't checked out Baldur's Gate 3, and if you're like into D&D, I think y'all might like it. It's pretty cool. Yes, Divinity 2 is also very good. That was actually like the first type of like, I'm not sure what to call that genre, but like those like, you've got a party together, you're directing them to go and engage in combat in certain ways. It's not exactly real-time RPG, but yeah, Divinity 2 is very fun. Divinity 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, big fun, big fan. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, man. Oh, Omnia, thank you. Small party tactics. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. God, yes. Those sorts of games are extremely fun. And yeah, Larian Studios have done a very, very good job with it. I'm quite impressed. There's so many different ways that the game can turn out too, which is kind of incredible. Bear and I kind of went full, just attack the goblins. Which turned out, surprisingly enough, pretty okay. Pretty all right. We did pretty good with that. It took us a little bit just with grinding up some levels just to make sure we weren't just gonna totally die. But yeah, we did pretty good. Also, having a druid is pretty nice. There's a druid character you can pick up in the game at a certain point of the story. Big fan. Big fan of the druid man. Oh, God. Oh, you know, it's funny too, because when we were playing, I know that there is a way that you can create your own character, but we really wanted to do like the role-playing aspect of it. So we ended up going for the Tiefling Barbarian was our main character. And yeah, she's cool as hell. I love her. Oh, God. Yeah, no, they also have a lot of romance options in the game. Which is kind of incredible. Like, there's so much time and effort that has been put into not just Baldur's Gate 3, but Divinity and like a bunch of their... Oh, God. They do good work. They do fantastic work. Oh, man. That's good. It's good, y'all. Baldur's Gate's fun. I want to play that too. I've been doing a lot of work with Lore Archive recently, just like getting a lot of stuff put together. I've been trying to take my time with it just to make sure that I've got everything good to go with like the story and making sure that my script is all good. But I've also been trying to be very conscientious because there was a period of time with a couple of, when I did the student reviews into Lore Archive, like back to back, there was a lot of editing and a lot of long hours. And I was worried that I might start like aggravating, like, it's not like full carpal tunnel, but I've had that in the past, like the sensation of that starting. So I wanted to take this like slow and careful and make sure that I'm not like pushing things too much. So yeah, I appreciate your patience, y'all. And just to let you know, I have not had any problems. I've been doing really good. It's been nice. Kind of near the end of that third of the of the 3 videos back to back, I was like, oh God, I need to take it easy. This is too much editing. My hands don't like this. My hands and my arms, this isn't good. And I was like, okay. Building a sustainable schedule. It's very fun to make videos, but I gotta be careful. I gotta make sure that I don't do these too quick back to back. But yeah, I've also got, I realized it was also a good excuse to do like more strength training with my arms and my hands. That sounds more official than it is, but like there's like these really fun like hand clamps that you can use to strengthen your hands. It's actually a really good exercise for your hands too. Like if my arm ever ends up feeling like a little weird after working for a little bit, I can just do that for a bit. I kind of try to do that proactively now too, which helps a lot, so. Yeah, no, I definitely don't want to kill my wrist because I want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing this for a long time. So I was like, okay, we're slowing down. I did a lot of stuff back to back. It was good. But I'm gonna take it easy. And it actually works out perfectly because after the SRT rabbit story, like we're not getting another main story beat for a while. So like that gives me plenty of time to release this SRT Volume F Part 1. And then I've got the rest of Volume F together, and then I can go from there, so yeah. So I think that shall be good. You know, Tofree, what we actually ended up doing, we realized that my arms were too high because I was so horribly short. So the desk that I was typing on was slightly too high to comfortably seat my arms. So we actually have it set up now. There's a clamp that is underneath the desk, and I can actually roll out the keyboard now. We got it adjusted to the perfect height where I can comfortably rest my arms. I also made sure that I've got like the little wrist rests, and I try not to work for like too long periods of time, which is just good anyway. I tend to get really excited working on stuff. But I try to make sure that I'm not just like sitting down and doing a bunch of work back to back, so yeah. Yumi yoga and stretching ASMR stream. God, I feel so bad that I haven't been able to put out another ASMR stream for a while. I will have another video to share with y'all. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. But yeah, thank you all for your patience while I've been putting that together. I didn't want to like worry you all about that because like I'm doing good. It was just like for a little bit there after I did the 3 videos back to back, I'm like, okay, this could be bad if I like did this all the time. So I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna take care of my arm and make sure that I'm not like doing too many of these things back to back. And yeah, it's worked out pretty well. I'm feeling really good about stuff. So yeah, I hope that doesn't worry you all too much. I guess that was supposed to be like a, hey, this is me doing better with like making sure I'm not just releasing multiple super long videos back to back in very quick succession, so. Oh god. You know, the mustache does kind of blend in with the face a little bit. I have just become Yumi now. Cherino and Yumi combined together at last. Y'all are very sweet though. I appreciate the very kind words and also just your patience. It's helped a lot. It's just been nice too. I feel like I am happy that I did get the videos out when I did because it's given me a lot of time and room to get these other ones put together. And yeah, something in like the far, far future, like once I'm largely caught up with a lot of the main story, I'm looking forward to releasing some original stories with y'all. I'm gonna make sure that we're fully caught up with Lore Archive first. So this is probably something that won't happen until we like at least get through like the next couple videos. But yeah, in the future, it is something that I've been working on. I think it will be really cool. I've got a really fun original story that I've been working on. Bear has been helping out too, so I think it will be cool. Whenever I get around to like having some time to do that, I'm gonna focus on Lore Archive stuff first, and then yeah, when we've got kind of a break between Lore Archives, I can put a lot more time into getting that finalized. So yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be very cool. Omnia, Yumi dropping these Lord of the Rings trilogy VODs. You know, for real though, I can't believe how long some of these are. Oh, it's been good. I'm glad you all have enjoyed them a lot. It's been very fun to put them together, so yeah. And it'll be nice when I can finally share this recent one with y'all, so it's gonna be very, very good. Oh, I'm very excited for the upcoming main story stream with you all too. This is gonna be very, very good. Look forward to that this weekend. By the way, heads up about that stream. I mentioned this in the announcement, but that stream is gonna be a day earlier than I usually do it. I ended up taking Friday off, so instead of waking up early on Saturday, I'm gonna wake up early on Friday instead. So that way I'll wake up, we'll play through the main story together, and then over the weekend I'm just gonna be a very lazy snack. I'm gonna sleep, get a little bit of editing done, but nothing too crazy, so yeah, it'll be good. Oh my gosh, this ended up being a very good Satsudan. I'm sorry again for blowing out your eardrums at the very beginning. I can't believe I still had the fire on. But the fire is gone now. It should be decent. You all should be safe. Yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be a good weekend. And then the next week, we'll have some fun Christmas stuff. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be taking off a little bit of time just to do some editing, and also to like do Christmas stuff. But we're gonna have 2 streams on the same day next week. It's gonna be good. I think it will be very fun. So look forward to that. It will be very, very nice. We'll have 1 stream and then we're gonna have another stream. So yeah, it should be pretty good. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out for our, honestly, much shorter hike than I was expecting. That we reached the top of that mountain pretty quick, but we still got to go and hang out, run around the island a little bit, and then yeah, it's been good chatting with you folks. So let's do it again. Let's do it again sometime. Oh my word. Well, we're creeping up on 3 hours here. So this still ended up being a long stream, but then I think that works out pretty well. Oh my word. Well, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you all are doing well. Please take care of yourselves. I know for some of you it's pretty cold where you're at. Others it's very warm. So stay well as best as you can. And yeah, I will see you all pretty soon. We're gonna be streaming the main story in just a couple of days here, so look forward to that. It's gonna be good. Anywho, I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I will see you all very, very soon for our main story stream. It's gonna be good. Anyway, bye for now, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.